The cider that you're drinking right now is the original. This is our traditional dry cider, so it's the driest version that we have. I am working on a sweeter version, as well as I've got a cherry, which we have in the bottles in the store. On tap at our other tasting room, I have a peach one that was a test batch that I had going on, and then tonight we're going to have, I aged this original dry with some apricots and some hops. So I'm calling it the Hopricot.
So tonight's our opening event, and we're going to be having some blues played out there by Yogi and Stu, and we have a little introduction and Q&A session by Sean, who is the head cider maker for Big B's. We also have with us Mitch Garrett, who is one of the wineries that we feature here, so we're going to be tasting some of his wines tonight, and we're going to have catering by Ploughboy next door.
I got a brand new woman, she's so sleek and fine.
I'm Sean Larson. I'm the head cider maker at Big B's Hard Cider, which is also North Fork Cellars. At North Fork Cellars, we are opening our second tasting room here in Salida at Ploughboy.
Okay, and
I'm Mitch Garrett, and I'm with Garrett Estate Cellars. We are out of Olathe, Colorado. We are one of the Colorado wineries out there, producing several whites, several red wines. We have a vineyard.
let's have
We have a vineyard. This is Big B's Hard Cider, and this is made in Hotchkiss, Colorado, all from Colorado apples. It's USDA certified organic. Cider's a really fast-growing segment in the alcohol market right now, and people are really catching on and realizing how good cider is, and you know, it's really coming up. It's just been recently that there's been, you know, a really great movement in America for artisanal made products, whether it's bread or beer, local produce, all that kind of stuff. People want to know where their food comes from, and they want to know, you know, where their beer was made and where the ingredients came from. And this has really helped hard cider wake back up. And so right now, we're in the North Fork Valley. We're using 100% USDA certified organic, local Colorado apples. And that's what we're using to produce this cider.
We have only foods that are grown, raised, or made here in Colorado, and most of them are actually from within 100 miles of us here in Salida. Since we got open about 3 years ago, we have been buying apples and fresh cider and juices from Jeff over at Big B's, which is in the Paonia Hotchkiss area. And we've loved everything that he's done, all his fresh juices in the fall. The ciders are fabulous. And now he's taking it another step, and he's making those fresh ciders into hard ciders. So they're very different from most hard ciders. They're light, they're fresh, they are much less sweet than other hard ciders. And so since we've been open, we've been carrying both his original and his spiced. Tonight we're going to introduce a new surprise cider, so that's going to be fun.
We're making a product similar to wine. There's individual apples, there's terroir like wine has, where they come from, that sort of thing. But we're using 100% juice. There's no additives. I mean, I could derive alcohol from just about any sugar and add apple flavoring and call it apple cider, because there's no rules or regulations at this point. In England, it has to be 75% apple juice to be called cider.
Yes, I don't know if he's got his pear.
It's in the fermenter now.
That one I really, that's my personal favorite.
Pear is awesome.
Is his apple pear
But
cider.
I sold out, so the new batch is in the fermenter right now.
There you have it.
Yeah.
Do you want to give me a reaction on this?
Nice, cold, crisp, and very tasty.
Do you want to give me a little reaction here?
Oh, there's a nice little bubbly there.